Have you ever looked at your hair and thought, why is my hair growing but I don't see any length? Or maybe you've been dealing with dry hair, breakage, split ends, or a scalp that just never seems happy. Well, that's why I decided to try this homemade aloe vera oil. And honestly, after learning what aloe vera can do for the hair, I completely understand why people have been using it for centuries. Before we get into today's video, let me ask you something. Have you ever broken an aloe vera leaf before? Hey my loves, welcome back to the channel. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Omar, and in this one I will talk about everything natural hair, real hair talks, true life experiences, natural hair cultures, and amazing DIYs that would help you navigate your unnatural hair journey. If that's something you're interested in, please do well to like, subscribe, and join the family. Before going ahead to make my aloe vera oil, I had to first soak my freshly plucked aloe vera into the water because research shows that the green parts of the aloe vera are not healthy or is not supposed to be found in any products that we make with aloe vera. So I had to soak that for some minutes before going ahead to make my oil. Now, one thing I find interesting about aloe vera is that it isn't just popular today. People have been using this plant for beauty and personal care for thousands of years. Yet, somehow, it still remains one of the most talked about ingredients in the natural hair community. So, after allowing my aloe vera to soak and to take away the bad or toxic part, that's the green part, I went ahead to dice my aloe vera into very tiny pieces, into very tiny chunks. Please, when you're trying this, make sure yours is as tiny as possible. Also note that there are so many different ways by which you can make your aloe vera oil at home, but this method is the one that I find convenient and easy to go with. So whichever method works for you, you can also choose to do that. Why I had to go with this method is because it does not allow any single drop of water into my oil. Just go ahead, dice, and then add your carrier oil and boil or cook over the gas top for some minutes and you are good to go. Aloe vera is loaded with moisture, which is one reason many people love using it on dry natural hair. And if you're struggling with dryness, you already know how frustrating it can be. Dry hair tangles more, it breaks more, and retaining length becomes much harder. So moisture matters a lot. Now, here's the most important part people want to hear. Will aloe vera oil magically grow your hair overnight? The answer is no, nothing does. If you've been an OG follower on my channel, you would know I always talk about this. Nothing can magically grow your hair. There is no miracle oil out there. There is no magic oil or magic hair cream or magic shampoo or any magic hair products out there that would magically grow your hair. So nothing does, and aloe vera oil won't magically grow your hair overnight. Okay, but what it can do is help support a healthier scalp and a healthier hair, because you know any healthy hair has a much better chance of retaining length. That's the difference many people miss. Growth and retention are not the same thing. I talked about this in my last video. I explained everything that we need to know in growing our hair. And our number one point was growth versus retention. So growth and retention are not the same thing. If you missed the video, kindly go back and watch. I'll still add the video, the link to the video on my description or in the cards. Okay, now your hair could be growing right now, but if it's breaking at the same rate, you will never notice the progress. That's why I'm always focused on keeping my hair moisturized, reducing breakage, and taking care of my scalp. Those small habits add up. So if you're thinking about trying this DIY aloe vera oil, give it a shot and stay consistent. Consistent is what matters. I always say this in every of my DIY videos. Consistency is what matters. Not for 1 week, not for 2 weeks. Give it time. Give it time. Hair care is a long game, and people who see the best results are usually the ones who stick with it. I know social media makes it look like there is some magical ingredient that will grow your hair overnight, But the reality is different. Healthy hair growth is usually a combination of good habits, a healthy scalp, moisture, protective styling, gentle handling, consistency, and patience. Not exactly exciting, but is the truth. That's why I love DIY recipes like this. They are simple, affordable, and easy to stick with. Now I'm adding my oil, and the particular oil I'm using is olive oil. That's like my best oil. So I'm adding it into my pot of nicely chopped, diced, sliced aloe vera. And once I'm done with that, I'll just go ahead and put it over on my gas stove and allow that to infuse nicely. Now our oil is infusing nicely. Just look at the color. Look at that color. At this point, the kitchen smells amazing. And honestly, this is my favorite part of making homemade hair treatment. There's something satisfying about creating your own products from scratch. Once everything is ready, I strain the oil and transfer it into a clean container. Please, I allowed it to cool before straining. Strained it and transferred into a clean container. And there we have it, homemade aloe vera oil. Simple, affordable, and beginner friendly. Now let's talk about how I use it. I like applying it directly to my scalp and gently massaging it in. And if you're skipping scalp massages, you might want to reconsider. A few minutes of massage can feel incredibly relaxing. Plus, it's a great way to turn hair care into self-care. I also like using this oil to seal in moisture after applying a water-based leave-in conditioner. That way, my hair stays moisturized for longer. And if your hair constantly feels dry after a day or two, this might be worth trying. Before you go, tell me in the comments, what's your biggest hair struggle right now? Dryness, breakage, slow growth, thinning edges? What exactly? Let's talk about it below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, peace. Bye.